The longer you practice these meditations and the more regularly you practice them, the more mature you'll become as a meditator. And I just wanted to give you a couple of guidelines as you mature in your practice. And one of these is you'll eventually want to stretch yourself beyond how long these meditations last on the recordings. Most of these last a half hour, and my voice shows up at the end and I say, okay, it's time to finish, thank you. But you might want to keep on going past that 30-minute mark. In the beginning, you'll feel some stress because part of you has become tuned to ending it at a half hour. So when the stress arises, that's another opportunity for you to apply the instructions and relax even further. So that's one thing you could do, is stretch how long you practice for. Another thing is, as you become more sophisticated, you'll be able to decide when it's time to abandon the technique. At a certain point, let's say you're practicing with a heart technique and you're working in this part of your body, and you come to a place of stillness or deep peace. And then when you think about coming back and paying more attention to the heart, it actually disrupts that peace. Well, you'll know well enough that it's okay to leave the technique and instead let go completely and just be. You've actually gone beyond where the technique can take you, and it's time to trust yourself and really let yourself go deeper and deeper in your own way to wherever you want to head. So if it's a place of stillness that you've touched on, the more you let go, including letting go of the technique, the deeper you'll go into that stillness or peace or contentment, whatever it is that you're experiencing. So feel free to abandon the technique when it no longer serves you. Also, you might be able to change the technique even in the middle of a session. So for example, let's say we're working on the heart again, but then something's coming up inside of your head, a lot of stress or tension. At that point, you can actually apply the technique that you've already learned for working with the head, take a break, go up to the head, relieve the stress, and either remain there for the rest of the session or come back to the heart when you've taken care of what needed to be done up in your head. Or you might just, after working with the head, go and spread your awareness throughout your body and apply one of the other techniques. So in the beginning, I really advise that you get to know each technique on its own merit. But when you become proficient at them, you'll be able to make these individual adjustments in the middle of a session. By the end of all this, whether it's weeks or months from now, if you practice regularly, you'll be able to mix and match the techniques or abandon them altogether and find your own way to a place of stillness and understanding.